In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the Kansas strong basketball play. I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that this play helps your team win more games. Let's get down and let's check it out. Okay, so in this play, we are going to have player 1 pass over to player 2, and player 1 is going to be popping down into that low corner. At this time, what we are going to have is have player 5 pop up to the point. He's going to be sprinting as hard as he can. If he's not sprinting, his defender is going to be able to then stop that pass from happening. So we're going to then have the pass go to player 5. And now at this time, what we want to have is for player 4 to post up his man in the middle of the key. This is what we would call a duck in. And basically, this would be the duck-in pass that you may hear about on basically NBA games. If you ever hear them say, hey, that was a great duck-in pass or things like that, this is what that is. And from there, if player 4's defender is playing behind him, this could be an easy pass, quick, simple move towards the left or right side, and he should be able to have a quick basket. Make sure to keep that move under one dribble, and you should be able to have quick baskets. Have player 1 crash the boards if player 4 does go up for a shot, especially on this side. If player 4 goes for a shot on this side, have player 3 cut down, and that should be a rebound if there was a miss. Now, if player 4's man was, or defender was, to play in front of him, called front facing, you would want to lob that pass over. Now, if that's the case and you lob that pass over, make sure that player 4 understands that if player 1's man was to come down to try and steal that pass, you could have a quick pass out to player 1 for a 3 or an extra pass over to player 2. If that pass cannot get to player 4, what we want to do at this time is now have player 4 go and clear out of the key, because obviously there's only 3 seconds allowed in the key. What we're going to have now happen is player 5 is going to pass over to player 3. Now, to get that ball to player 3, he may be open, he may not be open. If he's not, he needs to do a quick cut to be able to get open. And now we're going to have a staggered screen for player 1. Player 1's going to be coming off of that staggered screen, and there's a couple of different options that can happen now. So of course, player 1 may be open for the 3-point shot. That is a possibility. Now, if he is open for that shot, he should take it. If he's not open for that shot and his defender was able to fight through, there's a couple of different options now. So we will have player 2 popping back out to the free throw line extended. He may be open for a quick 3. Another option off of this is now player 5 after that screen is going to be rolling towards the basket. And even if this is a good option that you find works against a certain team, I would even go to the extra extent of having player 4 go to the mid-range area just to pull his defender just a bit farther out, because this could be a nice lob pass to player 5. Now, if that is an option, especially if player 4 was to pop out slightly and we can get that ball into player 5, something that I would instruct my players to do is we're always wanting to read and react to the defense. And if player 4's man came down to play help defense, we would want to have the kick out to player 4. And that could be a shot unless there was help defense coming down, and then we would look for the extra pass to player 3 for that 3-point shot. Again, always wanting to read and react. Now, the other great thing about this play is if, for example, there was no option for the lob or there was no option for the 3, then what we would be looking at is running the play again. But with player 2 rolling off of that screen, the number one thing that I would really want to look for is having player 2 as our number one option. And the reason for this is because now we can run this play once again through, or we can run what I like to call Kansas Strong 2. Or what some may call Kansas Weak. There's a couple of different options for this name, but after we pass back to player 2, the secondary play that we can run is for player 1 to go to the opposite side of the court instead of the strong side. And from there, what we would have is now players 4 and 3 setting that staggered screen on this side. Now this is a lot faster of a play because now we are skipping what our next steps normally would with the last play and going straight to that staggered screen on the opposite side in this case. Now again, we would be looking at having player 4, he would be the one, because he is the big man, I would want him to roll towards the basket instead of popping out. It's totally up to you. You could have him pop out and have now player 3 roll towards the basket. There's a couple of different options here for you. But another option too is also if we reset back and we make that pass to player 2, we could now screen away for player 3 and then have player 3 go into that low corner himself. And now what we would do is have player 1, he is going to be the one filling out on this side, and we would then have player 4 go to the high post, or the point I mean. And now we would be running that same exact play and have instead player 4 set that pass over to player 1, or have player 5 as the option as the duck-in pass. If we pass the ball over, again, same idea, 5 would clear out. We would have that staggered screen away. Player 3 would then be the point up top, and we would still be looking at player 4 and player 2 at the free throw line extended, or 4 in the lob pass down in the low post. I hope that these plays help your team win more games. If they do, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.